All right, what's up, everybody? I am DJ Lu Ong here with club fashion nightlife enthusiast and blogger Fetty Be of FettyBe.com. How's it going, Fetty?
Hey, what's up, Jeff? Thank you so much for having me. This is a real treat.
No problem. So we go back about 4 years when I sent in my survey to you, did a little article about me, which is awesome. And now it's great to see where FettyBe.com started and where it is right now. You've got, I'm pretty sure, hundreds and hundreds of DJs sending in surveys for you to do stuff. And what's great is that you're doing this for the love of it, and nobody's, you're not doing this to get paid, or you're not doing this for fame. You're doing it for the love of the music and the love of the industry. So, what was your inspiration to start the Fetty Be blog?
Well, actually, it's really an interesting story because, as you said, about 4 years ago, I was my husband and I were out clubbing, and we just kind of started. We were in Mexico, and I had such a great time out. And I've always been an enthusiastic lover of music and dance, and I've studied dance. I have a theatrical background, so the segue to what I do now actually is logical because I have a passion for the arts. And so the timing was right in that around 2007, the whole blogging trend and phenomena was really starting to take off. And after my clubbing experience, it was in July '07,
Mhm.
my husband said, because he's in IT, he said, why don't you start writing about your experiences? Why don't you start up your own blog? You can talk about fashion, you can talk about music and dance, you can, start talking to these DJs and start networking and connecting and make it your own. And, that's basically how it started in terms of the actual website. It was a place for me to start writing about my experiences. And as for the Fetty Be name, there's a story because
Okay.
while I was doing that, my best friend and I, her name is Reese, we had adopted these really fun names. We had called ourselves Fetty Be, which is me, and her name is Fetty Boo. And
Okay.
it was just a real crazy story behind it, but and I'll save that for another interview.
Okay.
But anyways, it was really catchy. As DJs have their names,
Mhm.
we had developed this sort of entertainment personas for when we went out clubbing. We were the Fetty girls, and we both love fashion, and we both love the music and the vibe. So all this really came together, and my husband helped me build the website, and I started networking and had a lot of really wonderful connections result from that. So yeah, that's how
Right.
it got going.
Cool. So now you're talking about your connections. How many connections have you made because of this website? How many awesome people have you met
Oh.
because of what you do right now?
It's overwhelming. I have thousands of people hitting my website weekly, and I actually have to stop and give credit to DJ Scissorhands.
Mhm.
He really was the key to helping me rocket my website off into the music industry, and with making connections with all of the amazing DJs that I have the privilege of working with now. I had actually hit him up to do a buzz survey like you did.
Cool.
I asked if I could feature him, and he was extremely supportive, was very open to it. And as a result, he loved my article so much that he then put a link almost immediately to my website onto the vault.
Right.
And just, giving us a lot of love on Fetty B knows, what's hot and what's not. And so
No,
it
because
really,
that's where I originally saw the link from.
right.
That's why that's how I actually got in contact with you. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I have to give a big shout out to Sis because he's been a very big supporter, and all of the Crooklyn Clan featured artists and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just snowballed. We are now affiliated with many other websites, but we always have our core loyalty to all things Crooklyn Clan. But it's just really snowballed. As I said, I'm in connection with so many artists and recording artists and globally. I know people in Europe. I have a very good friend now who's a recording artist. Her name is Julietta. She did Dirty House music track, amazing, amazing track. She's down in Australia, so we're all over the world now.
That's awesome. So now how is your life compared to when before you started the blog, and how's it now?
Well, it's a really good question because for me, that was one of the reasons, another reason why I wanted to do this website because, I have my own family life and my own identity in that respect. But, as I said, I went through and I studied theater in university. I'm actually a qualified teacher and I have all these credentials, but I never really found my calling, what really stirred a passion inside of me. And so this has really worked for me. I've been able to create this identity, Fetty Be, and I'm wearing my Fetty Be namesake, my Fetty Be persona, and I'm able to club and go out and do all that. Yet I'm also able to maintain my family life as well. And so having the privilege of two worlds is really what now is what I'm living in and has been like the result of starting this website. And I have to say, I feel very lucky and very fortunate because I'm able to have the best of both worlds, really.
Right. Okay. So, with that being said, what would you say is the most rewarding aspect of doing this? I wouldn't call it a job, but it's something that, again, that like I
Passion.
said, it's something that you have a passion for, something that you love to do.
Yes.
But what would be the most rewarding thing that you've gotten out of it?
Well, I would have to say, there's been a lot of work with it because, my writing and staying on top and staying current because, I do get paid for my DJ drops. People give me donations and I appreciate that. But, it's not really something where I'm out there deliberately doing it to make an income. It is a passion. And for me, and this ties back to one of your original questions, writing and doing this is a way for me to give back to the DJ community. So many people get so much enjoyment when they go out on a Friday night, Saturday night. They escape their normal 9 to 5 lives. They just let go and have fun. And
Mhm.
so by doing that, by being able to have that escape, well, the DJs are part of that. And so for me, writing about the DJs, supporting their music, helping them network, helping those DJs that are struggling to get an identity, to network with perhaps a DJ that's higher up that maybe they just can't connect with. That to me is extremely rewarding. I feel like I'm giving back to the industry because I love music and I love dancing. And so this to me is returning something. So.
That's awesome. And I think I want to speak for like almost every DJ out there that's been in contact with you. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing for us because you're the only one that out there that's doing what you're doing right now. So we thank you. That is awesome. Now, what I want to know is what's ringing hot on your music list right now. What do you think is
Oh,
uh,
I
what's
have
hot
a
out there? What are you
list.
dancing to? You got a whole entire list?
Oh, well, you know what I do? Actually, this is my secret. Is so
Mhm.
every month I keep this is my little Fetty Be like Bible. I keep it right by my desk, and whenever I hear hot tracks, and I'm listening to music everywhere on all sites,
Mhm.
on radio stations, everything from the satellite to online use streaming to a BPM and GHR and radio dance and all these um, sources of music, and then of course all the independent sites, Beatport and iTunes. And I write everything down, and I'm attuned to things that are being said on Facebook and all the social networking sites. I have my favorite producers, but I'm always trying to keep on top of what's hot and new. But right now, I think if I was to flag my faves right now, I'm really hot for the Swedish House Mafia Miami to Ibiza. That is like
Yes.
really driving me insane right now. That's such a sick track. I love that
Awesome.
one. I'm of course a huge Pink fan, so I'm really digging her "Raise Your Glass." In fact, I have it on my phone. That's my ringtone right now.
Uh,
Couple of shout outs. Obviously, Chufu is an insane producer and remixer. He's so amazing. He just came out with To Paris with Love. It's his French Connection remix, Donna Summer. I'm
Mhm.
loving that. White Noise, Haven't You Heard? One Hot Pleasure, Erica Jane. And then I got to give a big shout out to DJ Fabian has come out with a new track, but he's under a new name, Jay Casablanca, One More Time. So there's a
Okay.
couple just to wet your whistle.
So with the blog like yours, I'm assuming you're a fan of all genres of music. From what you just told me, a lot of house music, obviously.
Yeah.
But do you have any like favorites that may not be house music, or is it all house music? So
Um,
like, what's your favorite
you
out of
know,
all?
Jeff, I was weaned on music from like the moment I was born. I've been surrounded by music. My parents are very musical. I studied piano. My mom taught piano. I played the clarinet in the band in grade eight. So music is in my background. I sing, and that's my next. I'll say that for next, but that's something I would really like to do is to perhaps take my singing somewhere. But in terms of genres, I love everything. Even country music. Not. It
Mhm.
seems like if you like one kind of music, you don't like another. But for me, it's track to track. There are some beautiful country songs. There's some incredibly hot rock songs. But house is my main passion and love.
Right.
But I have to say, I listen to classical music. I've got holiday music on because it enhances my mood, and that's the beauty of music. It's the
Right.
privilege that we have of music. I enjoy it all kinds and all forms.
Awesome, awesome. So now, just to wrap this up, where is Fetty B headed? Any big plans coming up?
Yeah. Yes.
What are you going to bring to the table now?
Okay, well, a couple of things. In January is my big Groove Cruise
Okay.
adventure. I'm an affiliate of the Groove Cruise and always plugging that because to me it's one of the hottest parties out there for the house music industry. It's a
Mhm.
big cruise party twice a year. So that's coming up for me in January in terms of big gigs. And I have yet to work out my New Year's plans, but for gigs, that's my next big one.
Okay.
But for the actual website, couple of things. I definitely want to pursue. This is my latest avenue. We have a remix coming up, a contest coming up, a disco remix coming up, and then the big one is that I want to start live streaming on my site for having a place for DJs to start spinning live on Fetty Be's Buzz.
Okay,
So you're
awesome.
getting an exclusive.
Exclusive right here. You guys heard it first, right
Yes.
here. That's awesome. I think where you're headed with the website, that's it's great. Get some new talent, maybe showcase some up and coming DJs, get some big name DJs going. But Fetty B, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sitting down, taking the time out of your day. I know you're extremely busy. But thank you for everybody for watching this. This is my interview with Fetty B. I'm DJ Lu Ong. You can catch this on rockthedisco.com and as well as Onomix later on. Thank you, and I love the hat. It's awesome. It puts
Thanks. Ho,
I
ho,
want I need to
ho.
go out and get one. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Jeff.
Eddie. Take care.
Love you guys. Thank you.